Hiya, welcome back. So there's been a lot of changes. I've got a lot of wood here, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but it's where it's got from. So basically, I've been clearing these planters, and there's no easy way of doing it. I suppose I could have a digger, but I haven't got a digger. So there's no quick way of doing this. As you can see, I have my wheelbarrow, I have my shovel, and it's just a case of persevering with it. So initially trying to pull off the boards, hoping if I pull off the boards it gives me better access to the soil so I can shovel it up and then wheelbarrow it into a nice pile for later use. And the laurels, by doing this, my hope is that it's going to have more access to it. However, despite all this, they are still very tough and very bedded in, so it's just a case of I try to take as much root ball as I can because I want to repurpose them if I can. Someone use them in their own garden, whatever. You know, I'm quite happy to just give them away rather than be scrapped. But there's no quick way of doing this as far as I can tell. If you can think of a quick way, please tell me. But yeah, just a case of pulling off these boards, keeping any ones which are going to be any potential use. If they're too rotten, I'll just have to get rid of them. But if we can use them, we will. And the laurels, I'm just gonna put them in like rubble sacks for now, just to try and keep the root ball together. And again, hopefully someone will have them and they can get used somewhere else. But yeah, just a case of perseverance with this. Then from the planters, we've got loads of wood, which is great. We've got the topsoil, which I'm just going to put in a big pile and add that for now. And then we're going to I'm left with loads of wood. Now some of it is just too rotten. There's nothing I can do with it. End of. I suppose, yeah, nothing I can do with it. But others, to look at it, it looks an absolute mess. However, it doesn't take a lot to bring it back. And when it does come back, it's got a really nice sort of like aged look to it, because I think all it was pine originally. But because it's been in the soil and stuff, it's got all that kind of like dirtiness to it. And it looks like it could have been around for, I don't know, decades, centuries, so it's got a real nice look to it. So we've cleared that area now, more or less. There's still a bit more, but left with all this wood. So this is just a case of what do I do with it. So I've got a pile of it, and looking at it, there's lots of big nails sticking out of some of it. Like I say, some of it is misshapen and some of it is rotten. Now, I'm going to use it, I don't even know what I'm going to use it fully for yet. But some of it, definitely going to make bug houses, because I'm always making bug houses. And what's quite good, I can cut them up and they'll be, because there's all sorts of different thickness and look, it'll make it a really nice, the variety of them really nice and textured. However, I'm going to use some of it in the house. I've already started making one bit into like the windowsill. So I've cut it up, I'm going to use it as a windowsill. But it's great for, like, again, just you sand it, and then you use it for, you put hooks on it. It's like a really like rustic hook thing. Anyway, so I've got a big piece of wood here. This one, at a glance, looks okay. There's a bit what on here, but I think it'll be okay. But it's pretty mucky, so we've got a case of having a look at it. So first thing first. Got some big screws here, and the ends, generally speaking, and I'm no particular expert on these sort of things, but generally speaking, it's the ends where it really starts to rot first. So the solution to that is just to cut off the ends. So I'm having a look here. I'm just sweeping off the initial muck, really. It's a nice hard bush, so it's not a problem. And it looks, straight away, it looks all right. There's a few, yeah, see, even that bit there, I thought that was going to be a bit rotten, but when I've swept it away, it's all right. I could do with a planer, actually. I haven't got a planer. So yeah, looking at this, that's not bad. Looks all right. You get all these kind of nubby bits and stuff like that, but that's just, you know, it depends what you want. If you want it to be perfect, then maybe this isn't the wood. But for me, it's all about the charm of it and how it's aged. It's got a good story. It's definitely going to be better for using for, like, it's reclaiming, recycling. One of the things particularly with these, I try and be good. I've got a little thing. I'll put this in here actually. I don't plan to use those screws again unless, well, I might be, we'll see. But see, that one's all bent. But there's always a temptation just to chuck them away. But I am on the drive, and obviously if we're on the drive, and then they could easily end up in the car. So we've got a screw. What's that? We've got a screw of some sort there, but it's not a big one, so that's good. We'll get that out. That's just like a little tack type one. And again, it's okay if the sander comes into contact with some stuff. I don't really want it to the top end of the screw. Doesn't really matter because it'll just smooth it. But I don't want it coming into contact with any of the bottom of screws because it's likely to rip the belt. So it's more just the practical aspects. Right, so I'm going to cut off both ends. So this also, it's kind of like, it gives you an indication of the wood. So I'm looking at this, and it's kind of like, it's hard there, which is good. So that means it's okay. If this was all damp and stuff, you could sort of see that it was rotten, so it won't work. So again, the end might be okay. It's not bad, but there's a few bits where, the other thing about the end, that's where it's had the nails in and stuff, so it's just been a bit like pulled apart and stuff, and there's all the holes into it, so it's going to be much more likely weakened. But so we'll just cut this. I actually treated myself to a new saw the other day, and it does make a difference. I know I think some joiners only use like a saw for a week or something like that, but I'm not to that extent. But I think the problem is, because obviously I'm using it for this, I'm not using it for really finessey stuff. I mean, it is quite nice as well. It depends. I do love my we'll see. So that one, see that? So we've got a bit. Well, let's see what the rest of it looks like. Now, so it was worth it just for having a nose. So that's. See, it'll be okay, because don't forget as well, some of it I'm going to use potentially inside, but this has been covered in soil for, I don't know, a good while, so it's going to be damp. So it's just a case of like cleaning it up a bit, giving it a chance to dry, and seeing where we're at. The sander doesn't like this because it's mud, a lot of it. I've tried to brush off as much as I can, but there is mud, so there's no way around it, and it does get a bit in the sander, but I'm hoping if I dry it and stuff like that, it'll be okay, but it doesn't like it, so it's not ideal. So ideally you want an old one for this. This is just the only sander I've got. So let's give it a once over. So I might have done it a bit longer normally, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to just watch with me sanding. Now this bit here, there's a good example. So there's a screw I've missed earlier, but it's okay. All the sander's done is just show me where it is, and it's not coming out. It might break off, so it's not coming off. So I'll just get my trusty hammer. Might need some pliers. Just need to get, there we go. As soon as we get, oh, don't lose it. It's going to be perfect for putting a nice hole in my tyre. That's all I'm going to do now. Take it over to my many parts of gravel, prop it on there, just give it a wash. So I didn't wash it before because the sander doesn't particularly like it being wet. So I've done that. Now I'm just going to give it a once over. You can start to see just coming back to life basically. So all these bits like which are, you know, rotten I suppose, not rotten but chunks. To me it's all just nice character. It just makes it really interesting. I've got one piece of wood which and I'll admit I nearly chucked it out because it's kind of split in two. But say you're making a coat hook or something like that, you don't necessarily want it to be a perfect square. It's quite nice having it a bit of a unusual shape. You know, we don't always want everything perfect. If you're just using it for decorative purposes, or of course bug houses, can't beat the bug houses. Then you can always put wood hardener on it. So that is basically it. Now, still obviously wet and stuff, but here's some ones I've already done. So I'm going to leave it there now to dry. Here's so one, and that's just, so I did that a couple of days ago and it's already drying nice. You can see that's really good. I mean, imagine that up on your wall with hooks on, really nice bit of furniture. Or I'm going to cut them into, I usually like to go hexagons for bug houses just because I like the bee representation. We are Smallwood bees. So I can always cut it, if you cut them at 60-degree angles, I think it's 60-degree angles, 30-degree angles, anyway, 30-degree angle, and then join them together, it makes a hexagon. And then again, that'll be really nice for doing bug houses. I'll show you this other bit as well. Here's some, so you can see here, that I've sanded now, and it still needs, I'm going to probably treat it with Danish oil or something like that, just to, one, protect it, two, to make it look nice. But that's going to be a windowsill. So yeah, great. It's a free windowsill which will look really nice. So yeah, don't necessarily assume that you need to bin wood. Give it a, you know, wood is one of my favourite things about wood, is it's so forgiving and it's very versatile, and as long as it's not crumbling to touch, you can probably work with this one here. This is more of an experiment, but what I did, I got this one, and if you look at it close, you can see like it was all coming off, but I've put a lot of wood hardener on it. I'll give it another sand, but that, it might work, you know. It's more work than the others because it might not work, but that, if it works, is a really nice textured finish. And again, if worst case scenario, I can always make a bug box from it or something like that, and then it's like it's reusing something. So something which would have otherwise just gone in the scrap or just rotted away somewhere can actually be repurposed. So I'm a big fan of that. And I mean, at the moment I'm like, oh, look at all this wood, but already my brain's starting to tick, so I've already got some ideas. So yeah, definitely going to be things where I'm going to make a tawny art box. That's something I want to make. I'm definitely going to make some bug houses and stuff. So yeah, hopefully if you like it, please comment, like, subscribe. Smallwood Bees, thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed it.